Hey everyone, welcome to Code Harmony. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem ID 2559. Count vowel strings in ranges. This question has been asked in PayPal and IBM, and in this question we will be utilizing the concept of prefix from array chapter of DSA. Okay, let's have a look on the problem statement. You are given 0 index array of string words and a 2D integer array queries. Words and queries are given to us. This is all about query. Each query is having L and R, left and right of the range. And they ask us to find the number of strings present in the range, both inclusive of words that start and end with a vowel. Okay. This is given to us. Words is a string array. And this is also given queries. A 2D integer array where every item is a range from left to right from this words array. The left is the left index in this words array, right is any index on the right side. Let's say for first one, we have 0, 2. It means what is the range? The range is from 0 to 2. This is the range. And what we have to return is for every query, the answer of that query is the number of string which are starting and ending with a vowel. Starting and ending with a vowel. Okay, and note that the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so let's try to figure out the answer of first query. For first query, range is 0, 1, 2. Okay, and now I need to know whether this string start and end with a vowel. Starting is A, ending is A, and these are from vowels A, E, I, O, U. We have these 5 vowels and the string is starting and ending with a vowel. So it means yes, it is starting and ending with a vowel. What about second string? Second string does not start and end with a vowel. Third string, starting is vowel, ending is vowel. So yes, it is starting and ending with a vowel. And what is my answer? Answer of my first query is the number of string with yes. So there are 2 string. So answer of the first query is 2. And what about the second query? Second query is going from index 1 to index 4. Index 1 to index 4. These are the 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to check what are all the string and starting and ending with the vowel. The first and second I already know. First does not start and end with a vowel. Second do. And third, yes, starting is a vowel, ending is a vowel. Same with 4. Yeah. Yes. So what is the answer? The number of yes. Okay. Second, third, fourth string are starting and ending with a vowel. So answer of the second query is 3. Now let's come to the third query. Third query is index 1 to index 1. It means this is the third query. Starting and ending with index 1. And this string does not start and end with a vowel. So, okay, we don't have any string ending and starting and... Okay, so in this case, we don't have any string starting and ending with a vowel. So, only one string is there, which does not fulfill our criteria. So, answer will be 230. So, this array we have to return from our function. And what is given to us? One is this words string array. And second is this 2D array. Okay, now I hope the problem statement is completely clear to you, that you will be given a range L to R and you just have to return the number of strings which are starting and ending with vowel. Okay. Now try to build our approach. Firstly, let's see how we are going to solve this question. In the example, what I did is I processed the first query. First query is going from L to R. So what I did is I can go from L to R index. Indices in the words array are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. First range is from 0 to 2. It means this is the first range. What I can do is for every query Q, I can iterate in my words array and check whether the string is starting and ending with a vowel. Let's say the number of queries are m in number and the number of words are n. And for every query, I need to perform some operation. We have to go from L to R and C and count the number of valid strings. So it means to be able to get to answer, we need to have M iteration for sure. And in every M iteration on the queries, because every query we have to process. So M is definitely come to our time complexity. So time is order of M. And for every query, we will be iterating from L to R, and that in the worst case can go till N. So it is going quadratic. It is going in quadratic time, which is M cross N. So this can be our brute force. For every query, just iterate over the range. And let's say in this case, okay, so you clear about the brute force, right? Doing in a whatever is asked in the problem statement. Let's say we have completed the 0 to 2. For 0, does it start and end with a vowel? Yes. Okay. It does not start and end with a vowel. Yes. It is a yes. And now the next query is 1 to 4. When I try to process 1 to 4, as per our brute force, what I will do is I will be iterating over this range and start the calculation again. And I will check whether it is starting and ending with a vowel, yes or no. So there is no need to check. What I'm trying to say is that, let's say till 2. There are 2 strings on the left side which are valid string and 1 string which is not valid. And this value will remain constant. So what we can do is we can keep track of the number of valid strings. See, query is something in the form of left to right. And this is my string. String 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5. And query will go from left to right. Let's ignore about the left and process from 0 to right. If my queries are in this form, 0 to R, 0 to R1, R2, something like this. The first index is 0. So what does it mean? That number of valid strings. What a valid string? Starting and ending with vowel from 0. This is the query 0, 1. And this is the query 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4 and 0, 5. So this is my query. And what does it return? It returns the number of valid string from 0 to 5. Let's say I have to get the answer of 2 to 5. In this case, I already have answer from 0 to 5. What does 0 to 5 mean? Number of valid string from 0 till 5. And I want answer from 2 to 5. I need to take S6 as well because that is going to be my 5th index. If I take indices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 0 to 5, we are having 6 strings. So what is the answer of 0 to 5? We have already stored it. And all of these answers we can store while doing only one iteration over the given strings. And strings are n in number. So what we have done is order of n. Order of n time we have processed over this string and we have captured our answer. Answer for 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3, 0 to 4, 0 to 5. Okay. Now I want answer from 2 to 5. What is 2 to 5? 2 onwards. This one I have to neglect. If I have to neglect this, what I can do is I want answer from 2 to 5. I already have answer from 0 to 5. If I subtract 0 to 1, I will be having answer from 2 to 5. Okay. So if I subtract this answer, and what is this answer? 0 to 1, including string 0 and string 1. Okay. So what I am trying to tell you is that this is the range. This is the range starting with 0, ending with n. Let's say this is L, this is R. And I want answer from L to R. So what I can do is I can capture answer from 0 to R range. And I can then subtract the answer from 0 to L range after this. And this is going to be my desired result, which is L to R. Now let's say this is the example and we try to build this approach which is better than n square. What are the indices? Indices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to pre-compute whether the string is valid or not, starting with vowel and ending with vowel. First is yes, second is no. Both three are starting and ending with vowel. This task I can get done in order of one time, directly checking starting and ending character. Okay. Let's say if I save these values somewhere. Let's say for yes, I'm taking 1. For no, I'm taking 0. It will be something like this. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. From this array, I'm not getting any idea. If I have to go and check the range from 0 to 5, I have to iterate over it. But if I do the pre-computing and make it a prefix array. Prefix array means for every ith element going to store 0 to I sum. First one is going to have 1, second one is going to have 1. Current element plus previous element. Current element plus previous element, which is this previous sum. 1 plus 1, which is 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. This is my prefix array. And what does this prefix array tell to me is that if I check prefix of 4, prefix of 4 is going to tell me that from starting with 0 till 4, how many valid strings are there? How many valid strings are there? 4. Excluding 1, all are valid. Now if someone asks me about a answer of this range. Answer of this range is going to be prefix of 4 minus prefix of 1. Simple. Not 1. It should be 1 minus 1. 0. So prefix of 1, 4 is this one. 1 to 4. And this I have to subtract. So it will be prefix of 4 minus prefix of 0. And it can give me the answer. Prefix of 4 is 4. Prefix of 0 is 1. The answer is 3. Okay. You can also check. There is 3y in this case. Now as I'm subtracting 1 from my left range. Let's say if my left range is something like this. 0, 3. And what will be the answer of this? Prefix of 3 minus prefix of 0 minus 1. So this condition you have to handle manually. It's totally up to you whether you want to take prefix 1 ahead of the index. Instead of indices from 0 to 4, you can get 1 to n. Or you can check a condition. If it is starting with 0, do not have to subtract prefix of left. Yeah, this much we have to do. Just prepare the prefix array and using the prefix array to get the answer. Here let's discuss about the time and space complexity. Time complexity is order of n time to prepare the prefix array. And we have m number of queries, and for every query we are taking order of 1 time to solve that query. And then processing of that query is not inside this step. That is parallel to that step. So that is going to be order of m plus order of n. So in short, it is a linear time. And what about the space? Space is also linear because we are taking any extra space for our queries. So it's a linear time and linear space complexity. Now let's quickly have a look on the code. Firstly, we are given 2 inputs, words array and queries. Every query we have to process from left to right, and we have to return like how many strings are there which are starting and ending with a vowel. Okay, so what I did is I just initialized word.length, queries.length, and this prefix array. Prefix array is going to give me the answer of 0 to, let's say if I check ith index, it is going to give me from 0 indexed to I index how many strings are there in the words which are having valid string or which are starting and ending with vowel. Okay, so what I did is I firstly want to prepare the prefix array. For the prefix array, for every word, if it is starting and ending with a vowel, these are the starting and ending characters. If both are vowel, then I am going to add or assign 1 to it, and this is the previous result. Whatever is the previous result I'm getting, I will just have that. And you also note that in the prefix array I have taken of size n plus 1. Instead of considering indices from 0 to n minus 1, I'm going with 1 to n, so that for a query like I want number of valid string from 0 to 2, for a query with 0 to 2, I don't have to get something like this: prefix of 2 minus prefix of 0 minus 1. See, because 0 is inclusive, and to avoid this negative index, I'm just starting it from 1. So if someone want to get answer from index 0 to 4, so I will check it in 1 to 5. Okay, it's totally up to you whether you want to add one more condition, one more extra check for index 0. The prefix array I have prepared, and then I will be utilizing that prefix array to find the answer. Query is from L to R, and L to R are the indices. For index, if L to R is from 0 to 4, I will be considering them as 1 to 5, and in 1 to 5 in my prefix array. So prefix of 5, from making 4 to 5, I can directly add 1. So 4 plus 1 to 0. So what I'm trying to say is that for range 0 to 4, I'm going to have answer from 1 to 5 in my prefix array. What is this 5? 5 is 4 plus 1. Okay. And instead of 1, we used to write 1 minus 1 because 1 is inclusive. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So we can directly utilize L. L here and R plus 1 here. And this is going to be the answer of every single range in order of 1 time. I'm going to attach the code. If you have any doubt, you can comment down below. Let's run over sample test cases if it is working fine or not. It's working fine. I'm submitting the problem. And for this vowel we have a utility function. If it is equal to either of the A, E, I, O, U, it's a vowel. Okay, I hope you understood the problem. Thank you guys. Bye bye.